We're actually going to start in a wide leg child's pose, so just nice and easy. Big toes touching, knees open wide. And just let your body rest in between your legs there for a moment, forehead down into the floor. So there's a few more I've just booked on. This is the dynamic flow class, so we are going to move and play around with some different ways of moving. So if you feel like it's too much, just go back to what you're accustomed to. Yeah. Otherwise, have fun, enjoy it. Okay. But while we start here in a wide leg child's pose, just let your muscles relax for a moment. Yeah, let your day kind of just melt out of your body. And closing your eyes, start to connect with your breathing. So breathing is going to help you to stay calm as we move. Taking those long, slow breaths in through the nose. Long, slow breaths out through the nose. Long, slow breaths in. Long, slow breaths out. Okay, keep that breathing nice and slow, nice and steady. And then just walk your way over to the right side. Go as far over to the right as you can. I like to put the left hand on top of my right hand and then kind of lean into the left side there. You're breathing in, expanding into that left side. And breathing out, relaxing into the shape. Walking your hands all the way around to the other side. Go as far over as you can, and then on this side, right hand on top of the left hand. And then just try and lean into that right side. So unlocking the right shoulder blade. Feeling the space from the hip all the way to the armpit. Big breaths in. Long breaths out. Nice, good. Start to bring your hands back to the center and then walk them up towards your knees. So we do quite a lot of work on our hands here in this session. So let's warm up the wrists. We'll turn the fingers towards the knees. Have the palms flat on the floor there. Now if they don't go all the way around, it's fine. Just have them slightly turned out. Try and bend your arms and try and draw your chest forwards. And you're breathing in. And if you need a little bit more, just walk the hands further forwards a little bit. Yeah, so you're really getting that nice stretch there on the inner wrists. And then we can flip the fingers forwards. Just turn the right hand over so your back of the hand goes into the floor. And I like to lean back a bit and bring the hand into a little fist there. You can let the hand just move like in a little side to side there. Just see how it feels around the whole circumference of the wrist. Now release that. And then we can flip the other hand over. Back of the hand into the floor and leaning back. Bring the hand into that little fist. So apparently it's Paula's birthday today. So happy birthday, Paula. My booking system tells me these things. I'm very happy you've checked in for some birthday yoga. And then release the hands. Okay, bring your knees together. Come up onto all fours. Make sure your hands right below the shoulders, knees below the hips, and start to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and around the back. So these nice big circles there. Yeah, we feel the shoulder blades moving. Feel how the arms are in the shoulder sockets. Take the circle the other way. And then just take the hands so that the fingers are off the mat, the palms are on the mat, and your fingers are facing out to the side. And we'll rock over to the right side, feel the stretch there through the inner left arm. And let the chest drop, sweep over to the left, and then lift it up and over. And keep going in that little circle. Now, how much of a circular action can you make there with the upper body? You're feeling that hollowing out of the chest as you push up. And then the dropping of the chest, the squeezing of the shoulder blades as you lower down. Take the circle the other way. Really pushing away from the floor there. Good. Okay, so bringing it back to neutral, fingers face forwards, letting the spine just know that it's about to move. Cat, cow, belly drops, lift the head and chest up, shoulder blades draw down. Tucking your tail, round your back and push the hands into the mat. And again, as you breathe in, let your belly drop, draw the head and chest up. And as you breathe out, round your back, tuck your tail, push the mat away. Okay, last time, let your belly drop, draw the head and chest up. And then breathe out, rounding your back, pushing the floor away with the hands. Okay. Bring it back to neutral and lower down onto your forearms. Now you can interlace your hands here, that feels quite nice and strong there, but push your baby fingers down into the floor. Take your right leg back and left leg back, and just see if you can be here for a moment. Yeah, now tuck your tail, draw your thighs towards your elbows. Does that make sense? Separate your feet a little bit and let both heels fall to the right side. Squeeze your belly button back. Picking the heels back up and let the heels fall towards the left side. Keep tucking the tail. Good, lift the heels up, let them fall over to the right. Good. And then pick the heels up, let them fall to the left. Nice guys, good. Pick the heels up, lower your knees. Come back onto your hands and let your whole body relax down onto the mat. Hands come down by your hips, palms flat on the floor. Breathe in, lift the head up, shoulders up, hands off, and lift your feet up. Yeah, pretend you're Superman. Big breath in. Good, now as you breathe out, plant the hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees and your thighs off the floor by pushing your pubic bone down. Now you can come up through the knees or come up one long plank into your plank pose. Have your feet a little bit further apart. Let both heels fall to the right. Lift the heels up. You can also drop your knees here. Let them fall to the left. Lifting the heels back up, let them fall to the right. Really fire up your core. Pick the heels up, let them fall to the left. Nice guys, lift the heels up. Now push the hips up and back into your first down dog. Relax your head, adjust your feet, and then wiggle the hips from side to side. Press your heels down as much as you can, or come in and out of this pose as you like. Big breath in, and a long breath out as you start to find your downward dog shape now. As the muscles start to let go, everything starts to wake up. Bring your big toes to touch. If you were here this morning, we spoke about flip-flops. So we're going to go with the flip-flop again. If you lift your right leg up, and then as if your right foot were slipping on a flip-flop, slide your big toe and the next toe around the back of the left heel there. It's like you're pushing down that left heel as you come up high onto your toes and bring yourself forwards into a plank pose. Hold it there and try and push the heel away as you draw the chest forward. So you should get a nice stretch through that left half. Yeah. Take the hips up and back. Try and squeeze the left heel to the floor. Release the right foot, and then like you're putting on a flip-flop on the left foot now, slot the big toe and the next toe around the back of that right foot. Come up high onto your toes, bring yourself forwards into a plank pose, and now use your left foot to push your right heel back, your crown of the head forwards, tucking under, breathe in. Good, and then breathe out, excellent. Take the hips up and back, squeeze the right heel down with the left foot, and release the left foot, come back into downward dog. Big breath in, and a long breath out. Excellent guys, so your big toes are touching,
Let's lift the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hips so you get that nice stretch there. And now bring your right knee into your nose and slot your foot inside the hands. Okay, rock forwards and back. Now, hopefully you've got a block handy. Yeah, don't worry if you haven't. You're going to lower the left knee, release the back toes, and come up onto this right knee here with the hands. If you have got a block, and if you reach, then you can slide the block underneath your right hip there. Yeah, see how that feels there. Yeah, and if you haven't got a block, doesn't matter. And if you put the block there and it doesn't reach, then don't use it. Breathe in. Good. Now, as you breathe out, reach your arms up. Bring your hands heart center and then twist towards the left. Okay, so if you haven't got the block there, don't worry about it. But if you have got the block there, push down through the right thigh, right hip as you twist. Wherever you are, whether you've got a block or not, could you tuck your back toes under and lift your back knee off the floor? But if you've got the block there, then you're not going to get higher. Yeah, you're going to keep squeezing that right sit bone down. So it's a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Good, guys. And then breathe out, release. Take the hands either side, front foot. Are we all okay? And we're going to come back onto your left knee and then draw your right toes up. Yeah. If you have a block, slip your right heel onto that block. Breathe in, draw the chest towards the toes, and then breathe out and fold it forwards. So if you've got the block there, keep it there. You're going to plant your right foot onto the block. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up off the floor. Or your foot is flat on the floor, that's totally fine. Push down to the right foot as you come up into your high lunge shape. If you need to bend that back leg, bend it. Yeah. Hands come heart center and back into that twist. Left arm on the outside of your right leg. Push your palms together and really push down through that right foot. If you want to go a bit deeper into the twist, left arm outside your right leg, right fingers to the sky. Breathe in. Well done, guys. Release, right hand comes down. Woo. How are you going to get that front foot to the back now? Squeeze the heel into the bottom and shoot the foot to the back. How's that right hip feeling? Elbows can brush the rib cage as you lower your body down. Push the heels back as if your foot was on top of that back heel. Lift the head and chest up, upward dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, how's that right leg doing? And breathe out. So big toes touch. And inhale, lift the left leg up. You can bend the knee and open up the hip. We're just warming up here. Bring your left foot inside your hands. Lower the back knee down. So it's perfectly fine, foot flat on the floor there. If you have a block and you can reach, the hip can reach the block when you're there, go for it. It might not reach it yet, so that's fine. If it feels like you're too high, it could just be that you need to draw the right knee back a bit. Yeah. Reaching the arms up. Bringing the hands heart center. Keep the tuck of the tail now. And we twist towards the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left leg there. Now, make sure you're pushing down through the hip, pushing down through the foot, and then twisting from your belly button and above. Yeah. So if you haven't got the block underneath the hip, or if you have, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the floor. If you've got the block there, try and not lift off the block. Yeah, just see what you can work with there. Breathe in. Well done, guys. And then breathe out. Lower the back knee. Release the hands either side, front foot. And we come back onto the right knee. Block can just go to the side for a moment. And we draw the left toes up. How's that there in your hamstring? Breathe in. If you like, pop the left foot on top of the block. Yeah. If you're up for a little bit more, especially if it's your birthday. And then you're going to step onto the block if you've got one. And if it feels good, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the floor, squeeze your legs towards each other, come up high lunge. So the side feels very much weaker for me here. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, hands come heart center. Lay over the leg, right arm on the outside of your left leg. I can really feel all my muscles holding on tight here. Try and breathe. If you want to go a bit deeper, right arm outside your left leg, left fingers to the sky into the twist. Breathe in. You're all right where you were. And then breathe out. Well done, guys. Release. Whew. Letting that front foot go to the back by bringing the heel into the bum and shooting it back. Vinyasa, or drop your knees, or go straight to downward dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Oh, legs should feel nice now. And a long breath out. Bend your knees and look forward. So it is dynamic, class. Look in between your hands. When you bend the knees, you're going to bounce off both feet, tap the heels to the bum, and then lower the feet nice and slow inside your hands. Or quick. Yes, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fully fold, fold, fold. Now make sure there's a bend in your knees and relax your head. Roll your way up, come up to standing. Introducing something now. Cross your right foot over your left. We played with this morning as well. Hands on your hips, push your hips back, and then fall forwards. Okay, so start to feel your hamstrings there, relax your head. You can have your hands on the block if it's too much. Front knee is bent, back leg is almost straight. Rock yourself over towards the right side, making sure you're pushing down through both feet. And then rock yourself over to the other side. Explore how it feels through your legs. Good. Coming back to the center, push down to lift yourself up. That's it. And then change sides. It's easy to forget which leg is which in this one. Hips move back, chest floats forwards, hands can be on a block, knees can be more bent. Now adjust, make it feel good. Yeah, so relax your head. And you can float over towards the left side. Try and relax, let the breathing help everything release and stretch. And then walking over to the other side. Notice now if the right big toe starts to lift, try and push it down. Coming back to the center, start to roll your way back up. Actually, my favorite way to come into Bakasana, bring your palms together, thumbs into your chest, come up high onto your toes, and then let your knees fall out to the side. Yes, and you're going to let your hands rest on the floor. Good, lovely. Can you feel now the knees resting in the backs of the arms? You might just be waiting here for us, that's cool. Yeah, or look forwards, take the weight into the hands, draw your belly button up and away, push up into your shoulders as well, and let the bottom foot draw the top foot up. Breathe in, hold it there, lift up. And then breathe out. You're going to jump the feet back into a plank, or put the feet down and then go into plank. Vinyasa, elbows brush the rib cage. Lift the head and chest up, upward facing dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice, bring your big toes to touch. Lift your right leg up to the sky. We're going to add in something funky here. So bend your left leg and then try and jump your left foot towards your hands or inside your hands. Keep that right leg lifted and then jump the left foot all the way back. So each time you do it, try and get a bit more springy. Okay, so try it 3 more times. Bend the left leg and then springboard it inside the hands. and then take it back. 2 more times in your own time. Spring off that back leg. Bring it back. Last one, belly strong. Lift up into the shoulders. And then shoot it back. Good. Lower the right foot down. Shake out whatever you can feel there in the left leg and left hip. It'll feel nice now to lift your left leg to the sky. Feels nice for me anyway. So look forwards and bend your right leg. Springboard off that right leg to land the foot inside the hands or near the hands. And then take it back. It is tiring. See what you can do. Springboard off that right foot. And then take it back. Good. So 2 more times. Springboard off the foot. Take it back. And last one. Big springboard. And then take it back. I'm going to give you a break. Lower the knees. Sit back into the heels. Child's pose. Or am I giving myself a break? Have a drink. Whatever you need. Let all the muscles relax. Well done. Breathing in. And breathing in. Just come up to seated for a moment, counter pose all of that. Sitting on your heels if that feels all right. We won't be here too long. Take your hands behind you, interlace and draw the shoulders back. And then can you lift the hands higher towards the sky? Yeah. Keep your wrists touching. Try not to overextend your arms. Breathe in. And breathe in. Nice. Are you ready for a bit more spring? Yeah, find that inner frog. Release the hands, shake it out. Okay, so this time, maybe I'll do it once and you can see. You're going to springboard off both feet and then land with the right foot inside the hands. Okay, so now, before we were taking the leg up, springing the foot in. This time both feet are down. Look where you're going. Springboard the foot into the hands from both feet. So let's try it all together. You're in your downward facing dog. Then try it twice. Bend your knees, look forwards. Springboard off both feet, right foot inside the hands. Yes, take it all the way back. And trying again, springboard, right foot inside the hands. Yes, and then take it back. Good. We're going to continue from there. So same again. Bend the knees, look in between your hands. Springboard from both feet, right foot lands inside your hands. Come up to standing, bringing your left knee in. See if you can maybe use a piece of furniture to help you. And then lower the left foot outside your right foot, hinge from the hips and fold forwards. Good. From there now, work out which leg is your right leg and take it all the way up to the sky. So you're lifting the leg up, heel to bottom to open up the hip. And then lower your right foot next to your left. Breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out. Bend the knees and plant your hands on the floor. Walk your feet back a little bit. There's a little bounce before your feet land in plank pose. So look in between your hands. Heels tap the bottom, and then the feet shoot to the back of the mat, and you go through your flow, or you step back. Take your time. Vinyasa, meet me in a downward facing dog. Big breath in, and long breath out. Good, so bend your knees and look forwards. Springboard off both feet, left foot lands inside the hands. And then take it back. And again, springboard, left foot lands inside the hands. And then take it back. Good luck. Last little practice one. Bend the knees, jump and springboard. And then take it back. Okay, so this time we move forwards. Bend the knees and look forwards. Springboard, left foot inside the hands. Coming up to standing. Bringing the right knee with you. See if you can find that balance. And then slot the right foot outside your left foot. Hinge from the hips. Relax the head down, back of the neck nice and long. Left leg goes up to the sky, heel to the bottom so you open up the hip. And then lower your left foot next to your right. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. And breathe out, bend your knees, plant your hands. Walk your feet back a little bit. Now you can go straight to Vinyasa. Or try and find that moment of balance. Take your time about it. Look in between your hands. Push the hips over the hands, heels to the bottom there. And then maybe the feet shoot to the back and you go with your flow. Play with it. If you've got time, meet me in a downward facing dog once you're done. Big breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, guys. Lower the knees, sit back into your heels. 2-second break. I know all this springboarding stuff is quite hard, but maybe shake out your wrists now. Yep. And get ready to continue. Okay, so back into that downward facing dog. I hope this is proper birthday kind of practice. Find that lovely downward dog shape. Bring your big toes to touch. Bend your knees, look forwards. Now you can always just step the right foot inside the hands. Or springboard, right foot inside the hands. Bringing the left knee in. Come all the way up to standing. This time, either hold on to the outside of the left leg with the right hand, or the outside of your left foot with your right hand into a twist. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Don't worry if you need to hold on to something or someone or something. You're going to let your left foot go back. You're going to try and open up into a half moon. Right fingers to the floor and left leg to the sky. Toes facing that left side. Breathe in. Good. Now as you breathe out, lower the left hand down. Bring the left thigh into your belly. You always can have this right knee bent if you need. And then slot the left foot outside the right foot. Yeah, so it comes in front of the left leg, outside the right foot. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. Breathe out and fold forwards. Good. Rolling up, push down to lift up. Bring your hands heart center, come up high onto your toes. Open your knees to the side. Now you can always uncross your feet. Yeah, so lower down with your feet uncrossed. Or take your hands to the floor, rest the backs of the arms and the knees there, so shins on the backs of the arms. Rock into the hands, let the bottom foot lift up the top foot. Jump back or step back. Yeah, so you can undo your feet or keep them crossed until the last minute and then go with your flow through your vinyasa. Depending on whether you're ready for a clock asana, if you're getting tired. Big breath in, guys, well done. Long breath out, push through the hands, hips up high. Get ready for the springboard. Bend your knees and look forwards this time. Springboard the left foot inside your hands. And then could you come up to standing? Bringing the right knee with you. So now left hand could be outside the right leg or outside the right foot into your twist. Okay, imagine you've got a rope from the crown of the head to the sky. Good. Bring it back to the center. Let the legs swing back now. Left fingers go towards the floor. You can always have your hand on a block. Right fingers up to the sky into your half moon. Now hover here and try and lift up through the back leg. If you fall and wobble, we know it's the rule that you have to laugh. Right hand comes down. Lift the right leg up and then bring your right knee into your chest. Slot the right foot outside your left foot. Breathing in, lift the head and chest up. Don't forget, hands can be on a block. Breathing out, fold it forwards. Push down to lift yourself up. Hands heart center. This helps me stay balanced. Come up high onto your toes. Let your knees go out to the side. Keep that concentration and that focus. Hands come down. Now rest the shins onto the backs of the arms. Look forwards and your bottom foot tries to draw at the top foot. Now you can always just jump back or step back. Come from here, pushing back into that low plank. And going with your flow. Meeting me in downward facing dog. So big breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. You deserve a rest. Lower the knees. Sit back into your heels. Take that child's pose. Have a drink. What do you need? Do you need to reconnect with your breathing? Just make sure that's happening for you, so that's helping to keep you calm. Maybe you just need to have all the blood flow the right way now. Whatever you need, just take a moment. Long, slow breaths in. And long, slow breaths out. Lovely, guys, well done. All right, come back up onto your hands. Take a cat-cow, let the belly drop, draw the head and chest up. Breathe out, tuck the tail round your back, chin to chest. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up to the sky. Now, like a bouncy frog, try and jump your feet outside your hands. Okay, so we've been working on this one. Looking in between your hands, try and lift the hips high. Pause for a moment and then let the feet land outside the hands. Yeah. And I'm going to give you 2 or 3 goes to try and have some hang time there. Okay, so jumping it back. Now you want to put the brakes on once the hips get above the shoulders. And you can do that by pushing your fingertips into the floor and then lowering down. Yeah. So try it maybe 2 more times. See if you can get that little bit of a hold. Push into your fingertips once your hips get above your hands. And then settle into your Malasana. But maybe you want one more go. Give it a go. Yeah. Getting some hang time, guys. Well done. Awesome. Yes. When you're done, bring your palms together. Elbows into your knees. Try and lift the head and chest up. Don't worry if you're still having another go. Go for it. Breathing in. And breathing in. Cool. Okay, lower the hands down. That's it. And then take the hands down, the hips up, heel toe the feet to the center. And then bend your knees, sit onto your heels. Push the heels down, lift the head and chest up, and then come into your little balancing squat here. Breathe in. Make sure the breath is flowing. Now, if this is hell on earth for you, then pop that block underneath your heels. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, if you feel okay though, pop the hands onto the floor and extend your right leg out in front. Bring the hands heart center, and you're going to try, see if you can lift that right foot off the floor there. Squeeze your legs together. Yes. Okay. Hands come down, lower the leg down. Bringing that right foot back in. You know, if you've got the block there, this is super easy. Left leg out, hands heart center. Leaning back to lift that left leg up. Yeah. Still hard, but easier to balance. Lower left leg down, hands down. Bring the heels back in. Stretch them out for a moment. I'm going to practice this little pistol squat thing. You might want to keep the block there, see how it goes. Bring your hands to the heart center. Now extend the leg out. You're going to reach for your right foot. Maybe you catch hold of your calf. But you want to slide down into that left foot to lift your right leg up. Now, if it's too much, stay at the pose before. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, good. I can hear you all screaming. Lower the right foot down. Roll back up, changing legs. Yeah, don't forget the block can be there. Yeah. Extend the leg out. If the block's there, then you're just leaning back like you did before, maybe catching hold of the edges of the feet. If not, heel goes down, catch hold of the foot, and try and lift your chest up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Well done, guys. Good. All right, lower the left leg down, roll back, lower your knees down, untuck your toes, take your hands back, fingers towards you, squeeze your shoulders back, and push your knees down to lift the thighs up and the hips up. So counterposing that big forward fold that you had there. Trying to let go of any tension that you created in the hips. Good. Lower the bum back down to the floor. Well done, guys. Let's take that one little step further into camel pose. If you're on a hard floor like me and you've got delicate knees because you're getting old, then fold over your mat. Come up to standing on your knees. I like to have a little space in between my legs. You can tuck your toes under, that makes it a little bit easier. If you're already quite accomplished in this and you've been doing it a while, untuck your toes, yeah. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Now breathe out, right hand goes on the outside of your right foot, thumb on the inside, fingers on the outside. If that's too far away, hands on your lower back here, leaning back, yeah. If you're good to have the hands on the heels, that's cool. Maybe you take your left hand back as well. You don't have to, you can do this one at a time. Yeah, so you do what feels good. Breathe in. Yeah, maybe you've got one arm up. Maybe you've got both arms down. Maybe you've got the hands in the lower back, pushing the thighs forwards, hips forwards. Good. Okay, coming back up, pushing away from one hand and then the other. Bring your hands heart center. Now start to pulse it back. So it's like your whole body is straight and strong. Be careful of your knees. Be careful of your feet. So big firing in your quads. Keep tucking that tail. Now get so far, hold it there. Take your hips under your shoulders now and lower down in between your heels. Please be careful of your knees. Snuggle your way in between your heels there. If it's too much, a block is good. If it's too much, normal child's pose is good. Yeah. Hands by your side, lift up. And then breathe out and fold it forwards. Relax the head down. I just want to offer you some of you this pose. So as you come back, bring your knees together, tuck your tail under, and then start to lay down onto your back. But it might be too much. You might stay here on your forearms. You might stay up here. You might be better in that forward fold shape. If it's super easy for you to lie down on the floor, try and press your knees into the mat more. Try and lengthen your spine more. Okay, we're all in a different place in all of these poses. You have to listen to what your body's telling you. So however you can come out of that, I can lift my knees up and let my feet come out. Yeah, if you need to kind of roll over and let one leg out, or maybe you're not lying down on the floor, maybe you can lie down on the floor now. And then let the knees touch, feet as wide as your mat. And just windscreen wiper the legs, one knee in and the other knee in. Excellent, guys, well done. Okay, heel to the feet to the center. Breathe in, breathe in, expand into your belly. Breathe out, belly back, push your feet, lift your hips up. Now I want you to play with putting the weight into your left foot and lifting your right leg up to the sky. Now pulse up for 5, 4, 3, try not to let this right hip drop. and 1. Good. Lower your right foot down, push your hips up, and then extend the left leg to the sky. Okay, and pulsing again for 5, 4, can you feel it in your hamstring, your glute, and also your core. Good, lower the foot down. Start to lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, making sure now those knees don't go wide. I want you, if you have one, to put a block in between your legs, if you have one. Have your feet a nice space away from each other, squeeze your block together, breathe in. As you breathe out, try not let go of the block as you come into bridge. And if you're coming into wheel, take the hands either side of your ears, fingers towards your shoulders. Now try not loosen the grip on the block as you push your hands to lift up, and it's much stronger, so be careful. Breathe in, send the chest away, and breathe out. Feel that lovely stretch through your whole body. Come out if it feels bad. Make it smaller or go deeper. Squeeze that block wherever you are. Chin to chest and start to lower yourself down vertebra by vertebra. Oh, it's nothing like a back bend. Now keep squeezing your knees in and squeezing them into the block. Let both knees fall to the right. Look to the left side. Breathe in. Squeeze your block. And breathe out. Coming back to the center. And we'll let the knees fall to the other side. Left hand on the outside of your right leg and look away, look towards that right hand. You're breathing in and breathing out. Good. All right, release and bring the knees back to the center. You can take the block to one side and just extend the legs up to the sky. Okay. Cross the legs and just hang there for a moment. So crossing the ankles. Sorry guys. Just like you have been doing. Just feel the weight of the feet draw down into your legs and into your hips. And all the blood flowing the other way. Just giving you that little rest. And changing sides, bring the other foot in front. Letting all the fluid run down your legs and your breathing coming back to normal. Except now you've had a massive surge of oxygen and energy pass through your body. Okay, release the cross and bend your knees. Just let the heels flop towards the bum, just up and down a little bit. And then let the soles of the feet together and the knees open, resting the feet on the floor, arms up and over the head if that feels good. Yeah. Breathe in, fill yourself up with the breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. So this short moment that we have for our Shavasana, our resting moment, let your face relax. If you need to extend your legs out to the corners of the mat, you can. Yeah, but if you're happy there like that, stay like that. So letting the practice go now while you take this moment to rest. If you had a little bit more time, then you could stay there for a little bit longer. So Shavasana is the most important part of the practice. But since we only have 45 minutes, it's definitely something that you could continue with if you wanted to, if you felt like that it would serve you well. So if you have got time and you want to just shut me off, then do that. Okay, but if you're ready to start moving with me, start to move your toes and move your fingers.
Breathing in, extending your arms above the head so you do that full body stretch. You've got this brand new body. And then just rolling to the right side into a fetal shape. And keeping your eyes closed, start to walk your way up to seated, to face the front. You're sitting in any shape that feels good for you. And hands to the heart center, thumbs into the chest bone. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So I hope you felt challenged. I hope you had fun. Namaste, have a beautiful evening. I hope you felt as springy as a frog. Send me any questions, or like if you wanted to do like a little video of you doing something and I can analyze it and tell you some tips maybe. Yeah. All unmuted.
Thanks, Anna. It was a fab class.
Thank you.
Nice frog.
Thank you, bye.
See you soon.